What's going on? What's going on? No problems tonight. What's going on, good folks? Welcome to another edition of high sodium content. So high, so salty. Now, sorry about yesterday's episode. I don't know. it was weird. It was like my computer wanted to do some extra stuff at the last minute, but we on tonight. We're good. Everything's running. And yeah, bro. We live, man. Doing a live show tonight. So now I don't know if you guys have heard in the news about the IED scare in NYC at Gracie Mansion. But apparently two ISIS members is what the is what they're saying, threw a improvised explosive into the crowd. Crazy, right? Was it 20, almost 25 years since 9/11, 24? And yeah, it just seems crazy with everything that's going on, but I'm gonna let the videos speak for themselves. Without further ado,
we were born and raised in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
Yeah, a lot of snack bar. They yell at a lot. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody. You follow what you want to follow. You believe what you want to believe. That's your prerogative. But there's no doubt that Islam is a violent religion. You know, you can think what you want about it, but the Quran in itself has violent verses in it. Don't believe me? All right, let's see if I can share my screen. Okay, that's done. Share screen. Let's do this. Yeah, let me do entire screen. Allow. All right, cool. Oh, that's weird. All right, so this is in the Quran. Was this chapter 9, verse 5? But once the sacred months have passed, kill the polytheists who violated their treaties. Wherever you find them, capture them, besiege them, and lie in wait for them on every way. But if they repent, perform prayers, and pay alms tax, which is something called the jizya, then set them free. Indeed, Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. So you got one right there, but we got a couple more. Let's just check this out. And again, I'm not judging nobody. It just is what it is. All right, we got chapter 9, verse 29. Fight those who do not believe in Allah and the last day, nor comply with what Allah and his messenger have forbidden, nor embrace the religion of truth from among those who were given the scripture until they pay the jizya, willingly, submittingly, fully humbled. Let me give y'all another one. Chapter 8, verse 12. Remember, O Prophet, when your Lord revealed to the angels, I am with you. So make the believers stand firm. I will cast horror into the hearts of the disbelievers. So strike their necks and strike their fingertips. I mean, people say it's peaceful, but I don't know. And then let's check out chapter 47, verse 4. So when you meet the disbelievers in battle, strike their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them. then bind them firmly. Later, free them as either an act of grace or by ransom until the war comes to an end. So will it be. Had Allah willed, He Himself could have inflicted punishment on them. But He does this to only to test some of you by means of others. And those who are martyred in the cause of Allah, He will never render their deeds void. You know, so that's just some. I mean, there's a whole bunch others. Yeah, I know it's crazy, man. But again, I'm not judging nobody. You believe what you want to believe, but I mean, the text says otherwise. All right, and let's just check out the mayor's response because he's the first Muslim elected mayor. So let's check this out. Let's see what he got to say about the attack.
On Saturday, a protest was held outside Gracie Mansion, where I live with my wife Rama. Neither of us were home at the time. This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled "Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City." I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city. Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million or so Muslim New Yorkers who know this city as our home. While I found this protest appalling, I will not waver in my belief that it should be allowed to happen. Ours is a free society where the right to peaceful protest is sacred. It does not belong only to those we agree with. It belongs to everyone. I will defend that right every day that I am mayor, even when those protesting say things that I abhor. Let me also be clear about something else. New York City will never tolerate violence, whether from protests or counter-protests. Many of the counter-protesters met this display of bigotry peacefully, with a vision of a city.
I don't know why it does that with the TikTok videos. Let me see something. I'll maximize this. I mean, that's a snippet of it. He didn't really condemn it. You can look at the whole 16-minute video, but I mean, he really didn't condemn it. And let's just let's just see him in action.
So a moment where you're asking yourself how you can reconnect to who.
Wait, hold, wait. Is that who I think it is? Is that the Akiway dude? Wow. Yeah, Gracie Mansion.
Growing up with being taught that.
منورين والله منورين شكل كده هنقضيها مسألة للصبح بسم الله
That's crazy, bro. And this is only 24 years after 9/11. That's bugged, man. That is crazy. But again, it's just odd. It's just something strange to see. But I don't always agree with Myron Gaines. But a broken clock is right twice a day.
All right? They're shutting down Times Square, praying with loudspeakers and shit to do what? To assert fucking dominance. Okay? That's what they're really fucking doing. I'm not stupid. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Now, I just read you those verses from the Quran. And this is a Muslim saying this. What does my pop say? Who knew?
All right? I'm probably the only Muslim that will admit this shit. When they're shutting down Times Square, when they're fucking blocking off the streets, when they're doing the Adhan 5 times a day, it's to assert fucking dominance. It's to assert dominance. It's to let people know that we're coming. And I'm here to tell you guys, the people of these Western countries have every right to resist you motherfuckers saying we're coming and we're going to take over. They have every right to resist. They really do. Because this is not a Muslim country. It's not. And I know you guys don't like hearing that shit, but if you guys want to hear that shit, go to fucking Saudi Arabia, go to UAE, go to Qatar. These countries are all fucking beautiful. They're safe. You don't got to worry about shit. You don't got to worry about 99 genders. You don't got to worry about fucking lutis. Tafa mana bigushinu. Mafi lutis. Mafi haramia. Mafi mushkila. Go over there. Go over there, bro.
I don't know what he's.
Goddamn. But when you guys come in here and you guys fucking want to pray at the Times Square and everything else like this and fucking assert dominance, because that's what it is. That's what it is. It's called spade a fucking spade. That's a fucking problem. That's what annoys me with these motherfuckers. Like, you guys are not honest. You guys are just not honest. So these guys have every fucking right to resist.
And counting.
That you guys are trying to assert Islamic dominance in a Western country that isn't a Muslim country.
But that's what it is. It seems like. And even if you look at parts of Texas, I think there was a Muslim community that was trying to shut down a business because they were serving alcohol. Like, my thing is, if you're a guest, you don't roam around the house without permission. You don't put your feet up on the couch. Hell, you don't even grab the remote. You just sit there. They serve you. Cool. But you just there. You don't try and assert your dominance. Start eating out the fridge without asking. It's common courtesy, but like you see in the UK, it's so bad where like you can't even walk your dog down certain areas. It's crazy. But rather than just like America is supposed to be like a melting pot, rather than assimilate, they want to dominate, according to Martin Gaines. All right, let's check out another video.
The horrifying Quran passage that was played at a Mamdani event in New York City.
At a Mamdani event.
Listen very carefully to the verse that is being recited here.
I stand before you as the first Muslim mayor in our city's history, and this year as the first Jummah that I have attended in that new position.
Oh, the killing of the infidels by the sword.
For context, I grew up Muslim. I studied the Quran and Islam for years. I wore a hijab on my head. And the verse that you just heard
So this is a real Muslima.
Is from the Quran. It's Surah 9, verse 5. And it's often referred to by many scholars as the verse of the sword.
Read that to y'all.
I mean, this guy kind of has no shame. On January 2nd, 2026, 16 different landmarks across the state of New York were illuminated in green to mark the launch of Muslim American Heritage Month. One of those sites being the One World Trade Center.
Why did he make that face? Why did he make that face, bro? Come on, man. This is supposed to be serious.
The green
content
lighting
here.
was chosen because green is typically associated with the religion of Islam. For some people, especially the families that were affected by 9/11, that symbolism felt like a slap in the face. Felt like it was a slap in the face to me. And you want to know where I was during 9/11? I was in a Muslim private school with a hijab on my head, and we had to evacuate because people were calling the school and threatening to you know what.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember 9/11. I remember that fondly. I mean, well, not fondly, but that was a scary time, man. I was in that was my sophomore year of high school. I was in class. It was maybe, I don't know. It was a little after homeroom. I think I was in math class, and the only thing I was thinking about was getting home to watch the rest of the Trunk Saga on DBZ. And then I remember the principal coming in, just complete terror and like horror all over his face. Couldn't keep his composure, and he was like, you guys gotta go. You guys are gonna be released. The Twin Towers just blew up, and everybody was like, nah, like stop fucking around, because he was a jokester, and he was dead serious, man. It was just, and it was so crazy because we literally thought that we weren't like going to war, and you seen all these buses coming from Manhattan just packed with people. I mean like India packed, like super packed, and you couldn't get on a bus, you couldn't get on the train. Everything was packed and flooded. I mean, not flooded with like water and stuff, but it was flooded with people. And I remember me and my friend Dave, we walked all the way from 161st Street all the way to like Fordham Road. No, even past that, like Bedford, like Bedford Park, like far, like super far. And then finally we got on. I think we got on the 28th, and that's how we got home. But it was just crazy. Like you saw people like outside, just like crying, and like it was a real horrible experience. Like it was like a movie. It was like a movie, and I remember my dad. My dad was stuck down there, and that's what made me angry because I thought I was gonna lose my pops that day. You know? Yeah. It was rough, bro. Like 9/11 was something else, man. And you know, it's just crazy to see all of this in Times Square, in Gracie Mansion, and then you see the terror attacks rising again. It's like what are we doing? What are we doing, New York? What are we doing? And you can't let them tell you like this is a peaceful religion, because it's not. At its root, at its core, it's not a peaceful religion. It forces you to either accept Islam or pay this tax. And if you don't want to pay the tax, then you know, and it's like this isn't people making this up. This isn't people just talking out of their cheeks. This is from the book. I mean, there's even literature called the Hadith, where it mentions how Muhammad sleeps with a 9-year-old girl, and it's crazy. I'm not judging nobody. If you want to do that, you go ahead and you do that. I mean, I'm not saying with a 9-year-old girl, nothing like that, but that's Islam, as opposed to something what Jesus would say is like love your enemies, protect children, pray for your enemies, feed your enemies. It's you can't bring that over here. It just don't work. And then you have people not wanting you to eat bacon. How you gonna stop me from eating bacon? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's an ideology that does not want to assimilate with anything. It just wants to absorb and dominate. I don't I don't know. I don't get it, you know. But I mean, it's crazy, man. Like
We were born and raised in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
like for what? Like what does that achieve? What does that achieve? And I've even read in some parts that if you if you martyr somebody, you know, you get 99 virgins. It's to harm innocent people for something that's been proven false. I don't know. I don't know. And then right after everything New York has been through with 9/11 and terrorist attacks, it's crazy. I mean, you know, I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to walk on eggshells, but honestly, it is. It's a evil religion, you know, and I'm not trying to judge nobody. But from what it teaches to kill your enemies, enslave your enemies. You can have multiple wives, and it's just everything about it is just it's I don't understand it. It subjugates women. There's passages that say, um, I think two. You know what? Let's just look it up. Let's just look up some of this stuff. Hold up. Let's share this. StreamYard. StreamYard is funny. All right. Entire screen. Allow. All right. What they say about women in the Quran. 434. Men are the caretakers of women, as men have been provisioned by Allah over women and tasked with supporting them financially. And righteous women are devoutly obedient and when alone protective of what Allah has entrusted them with. And if you sense ill conduct from your women, advise them first. If they persist, do not share their beds. But if they still persist, discipline them gently. But if they change their ways, do not be unjust to them. Surely Allah is the Most High. I mean, it's crazy. Let's check this one. This is chapter 2, 223. Your wives are like farmland for you, so approach them consensually as you please, and send them forth something good for yourselves. Be mindful of Allah. Know that you will meet him and give good news to the believers. It's, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then you have testimony from two Muslims that'll tell you this, you know, what things actually mean. You know, so I don't know. I don't know. But judge for yourselves. Don't take my word for it. look into these things. But in comparison to Christianity, which is what this country is founded on, and its principles are founded on, it's not compatible with Islam, and it just don't work. But that's me. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to check out sodiumsyndicate.com. Oh, I always do this freaking thing. Sodiumsyndicate.com for all that cool merch, hoodies, t-shirts, all that good stuff. And as always, stay salty. Peace.